I debated. Should I wait until evening when it cooled down and go with the other woman? No, I saved myself the sneers and the whispers, and I went alone. When I got there to the well, there was a man sitting there. It seemed like he was waiting for something. And he asked me for a drink of water. And I'm usually good at reading people, but I could not figure him out. So I just came out and asked him, "What do you really want? Why are you asking me this?" Turns out, he said he didn't really want anything from me. He said if I knew the generosity of God and who He was, I would be asking Him for a drink, and He would give me fresh, living water. And I said, "Well, this well happens to be pretty deep. How are you going to get this fresh, living water?" He ignored my question and said, "Anyone who drinks of this water is going to thirst again and again." He said, "Anyone who drinks of the water He gives me would never thirst, not ever." He said, "The water He gives me would be a spring within, gushing fountains of endless life." So now tables are turned. Whatever it is that He has, I want. I want whatever makes it so. I don't have to come back to this well in this heat with those women again. I'm in. So he said, "Why don't you go talk it over with your husband and meet me back here?" And I said, "Well, that's kind of complicated. You see, the thing is I don't have a husband." But he saw right through that and said, "Well, the fact is that you've had 5 husbands, and the man you're living with now isn't even your husband." So I thought, I must be talking to some sort of fortune teller who's really good at seeing through my masks. So, next best mask, right? Always mention something controversial if you want them to back off. Works every time, right? So I said, I've been thinking a lot about worship. And we Samaritans, we worship at this mountain, but you Jews insist that Jerusalem is the only place to worship, right? No. Now usually they back off, but he didn't. He didn't. He said, "Trust me. There's a time coming when all that won't matter." He said, "In fact, the time has come when what you're called will not matter, where you go to worship will not matter." He said, "It's who you are and how you live that count before God, and that our worship must engage our spirit in the pursuit of truth." So that's like another peeled mask. And I was feeling so vulnerable, like he just keeps seeing through everything. And I wanted to leave. I just wanted to leave. And I said something like, it might not seem like it, but I am religious and I do believe in the Messiah. And when he comes, we'll figure all this out then. And I got my things to leave. And I turned to leave, but I couldn't. I couldn't leave because I heard him say, "You don't need to wait any longer. You don't need to wait. You don't need to look any further." He said, "I'm right here. It's me." Wow. I knew what he was trying to say. He was saying that God wanted me to stop hiding behind all my masks, to stop pretending to be me. Is there a mask for that? Because to be honest, I don't even know how to be me. But it seemed like without all the masks, I could see more clearly that it was the Messiah. And it's like he was standing there looking through me, through all the cracks of my life. And no one has ever seen through all my masks like that and still treated me like that. So then his disciples came back, and they saw we were alone. You should have seen their faces. I mean, I know that look. And the first thing I thought was, well, I should explain. I should let them know. But then, for once in my life, I didn't care. I didn't care what they thought. The only thing I wanted to do was run back home and tell everybody that I had just met the Messiah. That, yes, he knew everything about me. He knew me inside and out. But that he loved me. He loved me.